What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Voracious Podcast. It's Anwar checking in here today, your host for the Voracious Podcast. And today, we're going to take 10 steps on how to reclaim your life after addiction. Stay with me. Appreciate you guys sticking with me. Do you know someone who's struggling with addiction? Do you know someone who wants to get back on their feet? Or you may be that individual who struggled with addiction in the past? Then this podcast is for you. We're going to talk about 10 things you can do in order to reclaim your life after addiction. 1, you're going to own your past. That's really important. That basically means you need to start loving yourself regardless of what took place in the past. You couldn't control it. It's not something you wanted to happen in your life. It's something that happened, but you're going to begin owning the past so that way you can accept life as it was, as it is, and how it will be in the future. And we're moving beyond that. Self-love is so important because a lot of people want to hide it from their family, from their friends. They may go into treatment and not want other people to know, but understand it's something that happened. And I'm sure if you had the choice, you wouldn't have made the choice to get involved in addiction had you known what the outcome would have been, right? So let's not continue to beat ourselves up. Let's begin focusing on the love that we have for ourselves, taking the steps that are necessary in order to ensure that we're maintaining recovery. Number 2, forgive yourself and move on. That's the biggest one. Again, it's about forgiveness. If you don't forgive yourself, how can you expect other people to accept you for who you are or this new version of who you're going to become? You have to forgive yourself. It's okay to even say out loud, I'm sorry. I apologize. This isn't what I desired for my life to be. But forgiving yourself is giving yourself grace. We all need to offer ourselves grace. We're so hard on ourselves about how this life is turning out. Some of the things we've experienced, the decisions that we made that weren't necessarily favorable. So it turns out that we have to offer some level of forgiveness. You've already been punished through the circumstances or events that you've been in through addiction. So why not actually take a step back and say, I forgive myself? Giving yourself a little bit of grace, showing yourself the tiniest amount of love, you'd be surprised how far that would take you. Number 3, giving up the idea of perfection. Just give it up. No one's perfect. Everyone has made mistakes. Some people have bigger mistakes that they've made. Some people have had smaller mistakes. Everyone on this earth is walking around with some type of regret. Everyone that you know, they're walking around with some level of regret. So just understand that there's no such thing as perfection. And even while you're working on recovery, understand that it may not be perfect. You may actually have an episode where you backslide. That's not the end of the world. You may be working on abstinence, but you may slip up and something may come up or something may trigger you to where you wind up going back into addiction. That is okay, but you're going to give up the idea of perfection. We are not perfect individuals. We're designed to make mistakes. We deserve second chances, and a second chance is what you're going to have when you begin focusing on recovery. I want you to know that I'm proud of you, and it's all going to work out. Let's keep moving. 4, continue with therapy after rehab. This is so important because what a good solid therapist will do is a therapist will allow you to begin focusing on who you want to become, working on some of the issues that you've dealt with, maybe some of the trauma that you've suppressed through addiction. Maybe you went through a lot of grief. Maybe you lost a parent. Maybe your kids were removed from the Department of Children and Families. Maybe you went through a divorce that was very terrible and that wind up landing you into the world of addiction. But you're going to engage with a good therapist. I would encourage anybody here, we're here in the state of Connecticut, to reach out to 211. Call 211. Contact them and ask for therapists in your area, right? Ask for therapists that are in your area. They can locate some good ones. And I always tell people too who are in therapy, you may not necessarily connect with the right therapist at the right time initially. So you may have to go through a series of therapists. I would say give yourself 90 days to see if there's a connection there. See if you feel something. See if you find them helpful, but give it a little time. Just don't get into therapy thinking that it's not working because you're challenging yourself or you're learning more about yourself or they're asking you to grow in areas that seem uncomfortable. That's the good work that needs to be done. That's the work that we want to inspire you to do. So don't get lost by that. I would encourage you to engage in individual therapy. 5, We're going to make some lifestyle changes. People, places, and things. We've heard this before. If people are attending NA, AA, we've heard this before on a myriad of times. We are going to begin changing who we are around, the environments we're keeping ourselves in. We're going to make a lifestyle change. That may even include health lifestyles. That may include you may begin exercising, may begin taking vitamins, may begin going to the doctor more frequently to ensure that you're physically healthy after you've been dealing with addiction. It's so important to change your lifestyle because that is going to help plant the seed for the new version of you that's growing in recovery. It's going to be okay. Number 6, leave the negativity behind. You can't change what you did. You were addicted to substances at a particular time in your life. You may have did some things that were less than favorable, right? You may have done some crazy stuff that might be concerning, but that's okay. I want you to know you can't go back and change it. You can make amends. You can apologize. You can pay restitution. You may have served jail time. You may be on probation or parole. All what you can do is focus on from where you are today. That's all you can do. Focus on where you are today and where you're looking to move forward to. We're no longer looking in the rearview mirror. We're looking through the front windshield because what's in the rearview mirror is behind us intentionally. We're going to leave the negativity behind. We're going to begin saying affirmations for ourselves. We're going to begin speaking life into ourselves. We're going to surround people that see the best in us and for us. That's how we're going to leave the negativity behind. Number 7, we're going to start a new hobby. Yes, this is important. And I've run into quite a few people who often say, I don't have any hobbies. I'm not good at anything, or there's nothing that really piques my interest. I don't really have any skills or gifts. If you're able-bodied, have a sound mind, there's something that you can do that will help occupy idle time. We understand that the idle time is the devil's workshop. It's important that you start a new hobby because that can help you work towards developing a purpose. A lot of people who are dealing with addiction feel as though they don't have a purpose or don't understand their purpose because addiction has taken it over. Understand that if you woke up today and you were given another opportunity in life, that you have purpose. I want that to be clear. You do have a purpose, and by starting this new hobby, and the hobby can be as simple as maybe you're planted a new garden in your house or near your house or in the backyard. You're starting a garden. You're spending time with nature. Maybe you go volunteer at a local shelter or an animal shelter. Whatever kind of moves that mark for you, right? Whatever moves that mark for you to help you become greater and to help you become better. It's important that you start a new hobby. Number 8, we're going to build a support system with people who love you. Very simple. I'm going to surround myself by people who love me genuinely for who I am and for who I'm becoming. I'm no longer going to entertain people who don't want the best for me. So I need to get around people who love me and want me to be my best. I always encourage people to join a church family. I think, obviously, and we're not here to debate whether church is good or bad or whether God is real or fake. But what I want you to understand is it's a community. It's a community of people that want the best for you, that see success as a possibility for all. So you want to get around people who are like-minded. Join an NA group, join an AA group, join an Al-Anon group. These are opportunities for you to engage with people who have shared experiences and gives them the opportunity to uplift you and you feel supported. Number 9, plan for the future because the future is coming. We're going to make some plans. They could be small steps. They could be monumental goals, but we're going to begin planning for the future of how we want our life to turn around. The person that you were when you were dealing with addiction is not the person you are today, nor will it be the person that you will become tomorrow. So we want to begin making plans for the future, begin writing down some future goals that are obtainable and taking incremental steps towards reaching those goals. 10, our final one. I appreciate you guys staying with me here on the Voracious Podcast. Number 10, be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself and other people. It's so important to be kind because I'm a firm believer that the energy you put out is the energy you will get back. The generosity that you give to others that are in need and the generosity and love that we show ourselves gives us an opportunity to grow. Would you plant a seed in the ground and not water it? That's being kind. Would you plant a seed in the ground and put it in the shade to ensure that the sun doesn't reach it? That's being kind. That's ensuring that I'm giving myself and giving things in my life the life breath that it needs in order to become the thing that we desire for it to be. I really appreciate you guys staying with me today. This is the Voracious Podcast. This is your boy Omar checking in. And today we were talking about how to reclaim your life after addiction. How do we begin loving ourselves again after addiction? Hopefully this was helpful for you. If it was, please like, share, and subscribe. Please send this to anyone or someone you know that may be struggling with addiction. If you happen to be that individual, please reach out to 211 or your local hotline in your state in order to ensure that you're able to get the services that you need. Here in the state of Connecticut, we have a lot of great services that you can tap into in order to get the support that you need. But we want to encourage you not to give up, to believe that recovery is possible, and to stay with the Racist Podcast. Peace.